Here we're going with the OG. Welcome everybody to Trainwreck Podcast, episode 19. I don't know where the new intro went, so we had to roll with the old one. I might
Trust me, it was all planned.
it's yeah. I don't. I might have accidentally deleted it because I was clearing out room on my on my desktop the other day, and I think I might have accidentally deleted it.
Oh no.
It's probably saved somewhere on my computer. I'll find it. But welcome everybody to Trainwreck Podcast, episode 19. Shout out to all the Spotify listeners, man. We had one of our highest viewed episodes on Spotify. Actually, this whole week on Spotify, we've been getting a crap load of listens on like old episodes, and this brand new one got a decent amount. Like, usually we maybe cap out at 5. This one did like 10, so double.
You're
So
welcome, Cody. I've been spreading out the word of our podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of my friends at work have been listening to it.
Like, is anyone I should be afraid of to listen to it?
No, no, no. They're all cool.
All right. How things been going out there?
Slaying bitches, fucking grandmas, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. About the same. Actually, not really. But dude, another thing, my YouTube channel picked up about 10 subscribers within the last week. I am officially over 350 subscribers now.
Ooh.
I owe a lot of that to Deuce Vaughn, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Um, I posted a video comparing um, Rollins and Roman Reigns, their evil villain laughs, and that got 2,100 views. And then I made a video about Deuce Vaughn that got almost 2,000. And then I made that grasshopper video that I put in the group chat, and that got 2,000. So very good week for my channel. And
Hell
then
yeah.
Drew, I don't even know if I showed you the video I did predicting every NFL team's playoff chances. That got 66 views.
Well, so looks like I got a video to watch tonight.
Yeah, I say it's about 25 minutes long. And then the Trainwreck podcast did pretty good too, 20 views.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my dick is just extra fucking hard this week with all the adrenaline. And to celebrate, we got a non alcoholic high noon.
Me over here on my twisted tea.
Nice. Dude, I actually need to go buy more high noons too. Is not going to be enough for tonight. But dude, we had the NFL preseason kickoff. How'd your Raiders do?
We fucking destroy the 49ers.
Mhm.
I
I thought
understand it's a preseason, but go fuck yourself, 49er fans.
Aiden O'Connell looked really good.
He really looked good.
Mhm. I say for it being his first NFL action, I thought he did really fucking good. Was there anyone else that stood out to you?
So here White,
Hmm.
when he gave him when we were able to give him touches, he actually did really well with us. And it's
See,
like,
they're
you know what? If Josh Jacobs doesn't come back, I'm not as worried.
hmm
But Aiden, man, he looks good.
yeah,
He
15
might
of
we
8.
might got actually a steal. I know
Yeah,
it's a little too
15
early to tell, but if Jimmy G gets hurt, I'm not as worried.
15 of 18, 141 yards, about 8 yards of completion and one touchdown. He only got sacked once and then took off twice for 7 yards. I mean, that's a really good debut, and he started the game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he say because Jim, it's not if Jimmy G gets hurt, it's when.
yeah,
So I mean, when he gets hurt, if Aiden O'Connell steps up, man, yeah, he looks like he's got a bright future, especially I mean, this was with, backup receivers. Imagine how he's gonna be with freaking Devontae Adams.
exactly. Because we're resting our good starters right now.
Yeah.
There's no chances we're gonna get him injured.
And I mean, yeah, y'all beat the crap out of the 49ers. And I mean, Trey Lance, y'all abused him. I mean, him getting sacked 4 times, and he probably should have
I
threw
know
about,
it's weird Raiders having 4 sacks
yeah.
without Max Crosby.
And y'all probably should have had 2 or 3 interceptions off of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that fucking giveaway touchdown.
Mm.
That
But
pissed me off so bad.
and then Carlson, he had a good day kicking, but he's one of the best kickers. 49ers, on the other hand, Jake Moody might be time to pack your bags and learn Chinese, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, overall, our rookies are looking really well right now.
Mm.
All of our rookies are playing making plays right now.
Speaking of rookies, if I can talk about the Cowboys, Deuce Vaughn, did you see him?
I did not.
Dude, look up his highlights right now. He was insane. 8 carries, 50 yards, 6.3 yards a carry. This dude juked people out. He looked like freaking Barry Sanders. Like there's this one play where he's going to the right side. He has like 3 motherfuckers on him, and he just does a spin move and makes them all break their ankles and goes the other way.
Hell yeah.
You looking it up? Because I can't play it because it'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, this kid looks good. Jake Ferguson, our who I think should be the starter at tight end. He had 3 catches for 38 yards. He looked pretty good. He had a long of 26. I'm not kidding when I say I think Jake Ferguson is like a Travis Kelsey Jr. He is insanely athletic. Uh, Jalen Tolbert, 2 catches, 29 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, that's better than the 1 catch he had all of last year. So if he can step it up and maybe be that fourth wide receiver. Because I mean, he was awful last year. He cost us that game against the Packers. If he can step it up this year, he might have a future in Dallas. Because who knows if we're gonna have Michael Gallup after this season? And I don't know how much is left on Brandon Cooks' deal. You looking at his highlights right now?
Yeah, you're right. He's like Barry Sanders out there.
Yeah, and then he had like a kick return for like 30 yards. He's a sixth rounder. He's a freaking steal.
He's a 6 rounder. He's literally built like Barry. He's running
Yeah,
like Barry, and he's actually making really good catches too.
yeah, he is good.
And when he gets tackled, he's fucking pushing forward. It takes 2 or 3 guys to take him down.
Yeah, yeah, I freaking love this dude. I think he's a steal.
Don't be
I mean,
surprised if you're starting running back soon.
I think he's got a future in Dallas, especially since Tony Pollard's in on the franchise tag.
I don't think he'll be your touch your 1 yard line vulture, but
Hmm.
overall, he's the playmaker of the running back core.
But here's the thing, like you don't need to take up a roster spot with a running back just to have a goal line vulture. You can easily put a tight end at fullback and give him the freaking ball if you have an athletic enough tight end.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, or you can run jet sweeps and have
Holy
your speedy
shit, he can
receivers
jump.
cut. Yes, dude, I am excited about this dude. Like, if we don't get Tony Pollard signed to a long-term extension, which I don't think we should, because like I said, I don't believe in giving running back second year or second contracts. I am just fine with Deuce Vaughn. Plus, his dad works for the Cowboys too, so he kind of has an in there. Deuce Vaughn has a bright future, dude.
At the running back market right now is horrible
Well, two
because of
guys
they're the most injury prone position.
Well, two guys are off the market now, Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott signed with the New England Patriots. I had a lot of friends asking me what I thought about it. Dude, I'll be honest, I don't care. Ezekiel
He's just a
Elliott's,
LeGarrette Blunt 2.0.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be a goal line vulture. And yeah, that's all they're going to do is use him to score from the 1 yard line. He can't run.
If I guess right now the stats, it's gonna be like probably like 30 carries, 300 yards, and like 20 touchdowns.
I,
Just only 300 yards because he's fucking right to the goal line.
yeah, yeah. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised knowing Bill Belichick's crazy ass if they put him in at freaking right tackle.
They do need
You
a
know,
lineman.
I mean, hell, you know how Belichick used to use Edelman at defensive back, and he had him at punt returner, and then he had him at wide receiver. There's a lot
Yeah,
of freak.
you know, just to fit an element. The dude's a fucking freak when he was in his
Dude,
prime.
I love Edelman. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think he's gonna be, but he should. I don't know if you watched him a few weeks ago on Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey's podcast,
Mhm.
but that dude's funny as fuck. And then the other running back that was taken off the market today, Dalvin Cook, signs a 1 year contract with the Jets because he's a bitch.
Yeah, he's gonna be joining Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. There is no team I root for more against than the New York Jets. It used to be the Packers, now it's the Jets, and it will be the Jets until that bitch is retired.
Now, in the NFL wise, do you think there's a push to Jets to playoffs?
I mean, I thought they were already going to be a wild card team to begin with, so it's just another weapon. Plus, it gives them like a two-headed monster depending on what they get out of Dalvin Cook. Because they also got Brees Hall, and he's coming off a ACL injury, so that'll help take some of the workload off him while he eases back into it.
Yeah.
It
So now
really
they'll be
just
able to compete with the Dolphins now if Tua stays healthy.
the Bills too. I mean, the
Oh
Bills are
yeah,
going
the
to win.
Bills.
Bills are going to win that division, and then yeah, it's going to be a race for second place with the Dolphins and Jets. I really don't think the Patriots have a chance, even with the pickup of Ezekiel Elliott, just because. I guess they do have receivers. They did sign Juju Smith-Schuster, but I don't know. The Patriots offense, it's always slow and boring, and it doesn't put up a lot of points. And I don't think Bill O'Brien's really going to fix that.
And it's like watching a semi-truck race in a NASCAR.
Yeah. I think the football gods are just punishing the Patriots now for the 6 Super Bowls within the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, a lot of people think this is going to be Bill Belichick's last year in New England. I mean, what the heck do they want out of him? I mean, this is the best the AFC East has been in forever. It's not like back in the day when Brady played when the division was terrible. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be real. That division was horrible during 80s era.
yeah, no, like the Bills always sucked, the Jets always really sucked, and the Dolphins were always eh.
Yeah.
It wasn't until
They
Brady
had
left.
their good years and their fucking horrible years.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't think it's gonna be Belichick. It's just like the Commanders. Everyone expects them to finish last in the NFC East this year. It's like the Patriots. It's like, yeah, somebody's got to finish last, and it's probably gonna be them. It's just if
Yeah.
they can have a something where they can build on, like at least build some momentum for next year, because each team goes through different things. Like the Bills could end up losing Stephon Diggs next year, and then their team won't be as good, or who knows, maybe fucking Tua dies on the field this year when he gets another concussion, and then the Dolphins won't be as good. It's one of those things I hate to say because I hate the Philadelphia 76ers, but trust the process.
Yep.
Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, Damar Hamlin got his first game action since that incident at the beginning of this year. He played in the preseason game. He played two defensive series in the first and second quarter, made some tackles. I mean, I said I'm never going to be comfortable watching him play just because, I mean, dude, that was seriously the scariest thing I've ever seen watching the NFL.
Yeah. I'm
I
surprised
mean,
they let him play that early though.
I know I'm just like, I mean, it was a freak thing. He just got hit at the right place at the wrong time, but
Yeah.
still, I will just never be comfortable watching him play. Especially, I mean, that dude is so freaking skinny. I feel like, and I may sound stupid saying this, but I feel like if he had more muscle right here, it may have helped protect him a little bit more. I mean, I guess that sounds stupid considering they wear chest plates and stuff like that, but I don't know. That was just my first thought whenever I was sitting here on that TV watching that game, and Just
Yeah, because I remember I was on lunch when I was at working at Lowe's watching that game, and I saw that.
because that was a huge game, the Bengals and Bills. It was basically to help decide the number one seed.
Yeah.
Now, you think if that game got played to completion and one of those teams ended up with the one seed, do you think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl? Because the Chiefs didn't, because the Chiefs ended up getting the one seed basically because of that game.
Yeah.
You still think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
Mm, honestly, no.
Hmm.
I think they would still won the AFC division, but I think they'd be more tired and more being down. And
Well, they
for
would have had
him,
to
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Well, they would have had to play an extra game because now it's where only the one seed gets that first round bye, and
Yeah,
plus,
no way I had to play the extra game. Those two teams actually had really decent defenses. I would tire out Patty Mahomes a little bit more.
I also think part of the thing was the Bengals. They had to go to Arrowhead, and they kept calling the stadium Burrowhead. And that pissed the Chiefs off.
Yeah,
Because at that point Burrow was what 3-0 against Mahomes. So I
yeah.
mean, yeah, they that's the one thing the Bengals kind of dug their own grave on that one. And man, like I said, check out my video later, but I did the teams that I think could potentially win the Super Bowl. And man, the more and more I think about it, Cincinnati's up there, man. Because Burrow can get a contract extension after this season. And I think that dude wants to be the first $300 million quarterback.
It's so stupid, but it might happen.
I think there's a very real shot he becomes the first $300 million quarterback, and not only that, he's going to get the if he wins a Super Bowl. The damn dog outside won't shut the fuck up. Can you hear it?
Fucking not.
Okay. If you can't hear it, then hopefully they won't be able to hear it. Um, but if Burrow wins the Super Bowl, not only does he get that big ass contract, he's probably going to own the city of Cincinnati. He's going to
Yeah,
get a key to the city, and anywhere he wants to eat, he's going to get free food.
yeah, exactly. He fucking deserves it.
Yeah, because
The only
the
good thing will
bank.
come out of Cincinnati.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Skyline Chili and John Moxley.
Oh yeah, okay, true.
Yeah. Fucking love John Moxley. I really wish he was back in AEW or back in WWE.
Now, back to the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders exposed the 49ers' depth, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like their depth is really weak, and whenever their stars do get injured, it's going to be troublesome for them. It's going to be more beneficial for you since you're playing the NFC,
Yeah.
and you're more likely you're going to face them during the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The 49ers, the thing that's hurt them the last couple of years is people get hurt, whether it's Jimmy G or Brock Purdy. I mean, look at the NFC Championship. They had to put Christian McCaffrey out there at quarterback, for a few plays because it looked like Josh Johnson got hurt.
Yeah,
And I mean, the 49ers, they're kind of just a ride or die with C-Mac and Debo Samuel. Once they get hurt, that's where I'd really be concerned.
and especially their defense, because 49ers actually were kind of known to have a good defensive depth, but no,
Mhm.
we just exposed the fuck out of them.
Well, I don't know how many 49ers like starters were playing, because I know like Brock Purdy didn't play, but I don't know how many like their starters on defense were
Yeah.
there. Um,
So just going to have to hope they all stay healthy throughout the season. If not,
yeah.
there's going to be some big ass holes.
Like I said, I think the NFC is a three-legged race between the Eagles, Dallas, and San Francisco. Just because, I mean, you have the teams like the Giants and the Saints and the Falcons that I think will potentially get in. But I said when it comes down to it, none of those teams could beat the other three teams, the top three teams, Dallas, Philadelphia, and San Francisco. They would
Yeah.
stomp the shit out of them. Speaking of the Saints, Derek Carr,
He
did,
played fucking crazy out
dude,
there.
he looked like Drew Brees out there. Like,
I told you he's a legit quarterback, and nobody believed me.
I mean, I've never doubted that Derek Carr is good. He's just inconsistent, but no, in this game, he looked fucking good. Him and Michael Thomas looked like they got something going. I said he just ran that offense really good. 6 of 8, 70 yards and a touchdown, took no sacks, 140 passer rating. That being said, though, Jameis Winston also looked really good.
Yeah,
And
it was a duel, really.
yeah, and I think they've pretty much announced that Carr is going to be the starter, right? It's not like a competition between him and Jameis Winston.
It would honestly be beneficial for Jameis,
Mm.
learn under Carr.
Because Jameis was playing good when he was the starter in New Orleans. It's just he got hurt
Yeah,
because he played 3 games. Actually, last year he wasn't so hot. The year before, when he played 7 games, he had 14 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Last year in the 3 games he played, he had 4 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, which is more on par with the Jameis Winston we know.
yeah.
But I don't know. I think Jameis could honestly the best spot probably would be for him back in Tampa Bay. But that being said, Baker Mayfield looked really fucking good in his game too. I don't know if you saw any of his highlights.
I didn't watch his,
He
but I'm
went
going to
eight
need
of
to now.
8 of 9, 63 yards and a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah, and the touchdown he threw really fucking good is in the corner of the end zone where only his guy could catch it.
No, typical Baker. No, I know you.
Yeah, dude, it was a dime. And that was against the Steelers.
Yeah, this is a legit defense.
Yeah. Yeah, Baker looked really good. I don't think it's really a competition between him and Kyle Trask because Trash he went 6 of 10 for 99 yards and an interception. Not really as good as Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, so it's pretty much between Baker and John.
That dude, I don't think's in in contention for the starter spot. It looks like it's more Mayfield and Trash from what I've been hearing.
Mm,
But they kick off the regular season against the Vikings. That'll be a really good matchup. I mean, Tampa's got a. I mean, the Vikings and Bears, those are two like games they could win, and then they'll get their shit pushed in by the Eagles. But then the Saints, Lions, Falcons, I mean, they could easily start off 5, 6, and 1, and then get their shit pushed in by
Bills.
Buffalo. Yeah. Then Titans, Texans, they can win those games, probably get their ass kicked by the 49ers. And then I could see a win. I think they'd lose to the Falcons. I mean, Tampa, man, they're an interesting team, but their head coach sucks. Todd Bowles is a horrible coach.
Yeah, it's all gonna be when players staying healthy in that coaching staff.
But I just really want Baker to go on a fuck you tour. He kind of
Me
got
too.
one
Me too.
He kind of got one in LA towards the end of the season. He didn't really get one in Carolina, but Carolina was also horrible last year. So
And the fucking head coach there was dog shit.
yeah, Matt Rule.
Yeah.
But this is pretty much going to be an NFL podcast, people. If you like the NFL, good for you. If not, tough titty says a kitty. I'm sorry. But The Blind Side, great fucking movie. Might have been bullshit. Michael Oher, who the movie The Blind Side is based off of, said that the Tui family, I think that's how you say their name, never actually adopted him. Instead, they tricked him into signing papers to basically where they can make money off of his likeness. Here's the article from ESPN. I'll read it. Retired NFL star Michael Oher, whose supposed adoption out of gritting poverty by a wealthy white family was immortalized in the 2009 movie The Blind Side, petitioned a Tennessee court Monday with allegations that a central element of the story was a lie, con- concocted by the family to enrich themselves at his expense. Uh, the 14-page petition filed in Shelby County, Tennessee probate court alleges that Sean and Leanne Tui, who took Oher in their home as a high school student, never adopted him. Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition says the couple tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name. The petition further alleges that the Tuohys used their power as conservators to strike a deal that paid them and their two birth children millions of dollars in royalties from an Oscar winning film that earned more than $300 million, while Orr got nothing for the story that would not have existed without him. In the years since, the Tuohys have continued calling the 37-year-old Orr their adopted son and have used their assertion to promote their foundation as well as Leanne Tui's work as an author and motivational speaker. That'd probably sound better if I wasn't retarded reading this. But what do you think of that story, Drew?
If this shit's true, this is really fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, a movie that made $300 million, a great fucking movie, by the way.
Really good
Um,
movie.
if that's, I mean, that's fucked up. But it's also like, man, why is he doing this now that he's out of the NFL? Like, why didn't this happen whenever he was, a star in the Ravens?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then, like, you see this photo of him, and I'm assuming that's Leanne Tui on draft night. I mean, they look pretty happy here. But I don't know, man. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I guess it'll come out in the legal proceedings. But I mean, that's the thing that kind of ruins that movie for me if that's true.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, okay, if it wasn't based off a true story, it's like, okay, this movie's cool, but it's like, they say it's based off a true story, and if this true story is bullshit,
Wow. I mean, if
But
this shit is true, like they are the biggest scumbags in the world.
yeah. And the other thing too, I remember Michael Oher giving an interview saying how that Blindside movie ruined his life.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But I'm also like, I mean, dude, like, how many people bought his jersey because of that movie? Like, because he
I
makes money
mean,
off his
let's
jersey
be
sales.
real. When I first heard Michael Oher is because of the Blindside movie.
Yeah. Because I remember having a teacher who said it was, one of the greatest movies she ever seen.
Yeah.
And it made me watch it. And then I was like, yeah, the movie was really good. And I wasn't even an NFL fan back then. And I remember rooting for the Ravens in Super Bowl 48 because he was on the team, the year they beat the 49ers. Fuck you, 49ers.
Yes. Same when he was playing Carolina when they're in
Hmm.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. I said, if this is true, man, I mean, I guess it's all coming out in a new book from him. I mean, I haven't read it, so I guess that'll give a good piece of source information. This article is really long, and I've already had a few high noons, so I'm not going to read the rest of it. But yeah, articles on ESPN, people, if y'all want to read it, because I mean, this is a fucking book right here.
Yeah, this is pretty much big news. So you're going to see it everywhere.
Yeah. Speaking of more NFL news, Madden 24 comes out tomorrow. The game's probably going to suck. Can't wait to hear people bitch about it.
Yeah, woo, new roster update. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I only have 23 downloaded because it was free on Game Pass. But actually, I think yeah, Man comes out tomorrow.
Dude, if Madden 23 ever becomes free on Steam, I still want a refund.
Yeah, dude. Fuck Madden. Love John Madden. Hate the video game.
Yeah. Rest in peace, legend.
Yeah, dude. Man, he's just one of those dudes where it's like, I wish I could bring him back from the dead and just
Hey,
talk
it's like
football.
the amount of knowledge that guy has in football is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those I still go back and watch John Madden highlights, like his commentary highlights on YouTube. Nothing will ever top the turducken.
One of the best coaches, one of the best commentators, one of the best people ever.
Yeah. Um Turducken is like one of my life goals to try one. I mean, look at
Dude,
that, right,
same.
dude?
That is the
Actually,
American dream right there.
yeah. Oh, they have a bacon wrap turducken.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I just came.
Where's your nut button?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me find it.
But for real, how much does a
Oh,
turducken cost? $60 at Walmart. Free shipping. Does it come in something to keep it cold though?
I hope so.
In a 4 1/4 pound turducken? I mean, there's no way I could eat that all by myself.
I guarantee you it comes in frozen.
Ah, dude, that looks so fucking good. Dude, speaking of food that I've eaten recently, there's this, I called it a sushi snow cone. I went to this sushi place and it was like seaweed and then like wrapped like a snow cone. And they put like all the sushi stuff in there, like your rice, your salmon, all that stuff. Dude, it was one of the best things I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, it's called a hand roll. Made me
Huh.
really want sushi. Can't wait till I get paid on Thursday to go get some. But yeah, like this, like it looks like a snow cone to me. But yeah, you got all your sushi stuff right there. This is kind of similar to what I had there.
Okay. That
Yeah,
looks
that
really fucking good.
yeah, and it was really cheap. But it was at that not the one we went to with Jack, but the one on 71st down by the mall.
Oh, yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Reddit Girl on TikTok. She's a new content creator that has some of the best Reddit stories that you will ever hear. It's not going to be those random BS ones where you can tell the person's lying. These are true and verified stories that she brings to you. So check out reddit.gurl0 on TikTok. God, fucking dog outside. I'm about to fucking throw it on the grill. But we're about to get Drew's live reaction to the Boruto time skip that I believe dropped today on Shonen Jump. Don't quote me on that, but Drew has not seen the new design for Boruto, and it is this right here on the right.
What the fuck? What happened?
Dude, so I don't know if you noticed, he's got Sasuke's sword, Sasuke's cloak, and Sasuke's headband on.
What the fuck? What kind of Great Value Sasuke is this?
Well, it's starting to make me think Sasuke's dead because spoiler alert for people, but right before Boruto went on its time skip, Kawaki sent Naruto and Hinata to some other dimension, I think. So everyone thinks Naruto's gonna die. But with this, I really think Sasuke is gonna end up dying. Because right now he helped Boruto because Boruto was considered an enemy to the Leaf, and he helped Boruto out, and so now Sasuke is considered a rogue ninja again. So I think somehow this is going to lead to Sasuke's death. And then I really don't like the new design for Sadara. Have you seen that one? I think I
I
put that
have,
one in. You have?
I, ha- I have not.
Okay. Let me find hers real quick. Actually, here it's right next to this is a fan made one with Boruto and Kawaki, but that one of Sadara is pretty accurate. They made I don't like her design at all.
Oh my gosh, she looks like a lesbian.
Yeah. I know that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, huh. I'm like, she kind of looks like Hinata in part one with that hair, you know? And then,
Yeah,
but then she's got all the muscle. I don't know. Like, I'm excited for Boruto. I still haven't gave up on it because there's actually parts of Boruto I really fucking love. Hopefully this time skip is good. Like I said, I think it came out. No, it comes out on Wednesday, I think, because this post right here is from the 13th and it says 3 days left, so that'd be on Wednesday.
man, but it has some really good fights in that show.
Hmm.
Well, like probably like 80% of the show feels like a filler to me.
I mean, that's the problem, and that's the thing. Once the manga picks back up, I guess the anime is going to pick back up. And if they're not going to have much source material with the manga, they're going to have to go back right into fillers unless they're going to go seasonal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of the thing. That's the problem with Naruto is they catch up with the manga too fast, and they honestly should give Kishimoto some time to, put out the stories and all that, then adapt it. But these these anime studios are fucking greedy, especially Studio Period. I don't know. I still love. I mean, I'm rewatching Naruto right now just because there's nothing else I want to watch. Sorry, Trevor. I love Naruto more than One Piece, man.
I'm currently rewatching that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Oh God. That reminds me of all the anime shit Adam posted in there. I really wanted to put in the group chat like, hey, remember when this used to be a business group chat for our podcast and you guys turned it into your fucking circle joke jerk of hentai?
So, funny story. This is a little
Yeah.
off topic. So,
Yeah.
one of the viewers of my coworkers, they call them degenerates.
Call
Him and hers,
really?
degenerates because all the fucking hentai discussions they had
Yeah.
back the earlier in the podcast.
Dude, if they saw our group chat, they would have them arrested.
Yeah, so if our group chat ever leaks, we're all going to fucking prison.
I'm committing suicide. I say, yeah, because we'll begin life, and I'd rather just die. Yeah,
Yeah, that group chat
it,
alone, it's gonna be our reason why we're going to hell.
yeah, I know. I regret being Adam's maintenance partner sometimes. So, is it someone I know?
No, no, it's one of the new guys.
Uh,
So you don't know.
hmm.
He's really cool. He's like, yeah, your your group of friends are kind of degenerates. He's like, yeah, you're not wrong.
What do you say about me?
He said he was cool, but he said especially Adam and Curtis, they're fucking
Well,
degenerates.
well, thanks, baby. What's up?
I won't
Dude,
say his name to protect his privacy.
all right. But speaking of Spotify, our Spotify listeners, I gotta get us on Apple Podcasts. I keep meaning to do that, but hell, dude, like this past week, like my check this week has almost 10 hours of overtime on it. And I'm like, whenever I'm not working, I haven't been, well, I've been making videos and stuff, but I haven't been doing other stuff. But videos I can make on my phone while at work.
Yeah,
And then that NFL playoff video I did, I mean, I did that late as fuck at night because I was bored.
yeah, it's a good time to make videos when you're bored.
Yeah, I know. It's better than going on OnlyFans. Save me some money.
True.
uh, this
Especially
podcast,
my OnlyFans I'm about to make.
yeah, dude, I'm not kidding. We all need to make one.
Did you see my Snapchat story like yesterday or day ago? I
Yeah,
posted about that dress.
yeah. Well, I love what Philip posted a few weeks ago where he said, either when I win the Mega Millions or my OnlyFans takes off, then I'll buy this car.
Yeah.
That had me fucking dying.
Philip the legend.
I love that man so much. But it looks like I might be getting Sundays and Mondays off, so I
Looks
don't know
like
if I'm
getting
coming.
Mondays and Tuesdays off.
Nice. So it looks like I'm not coming back to that store because I told him, hey, if y'all give me Sunday, Mondays off, then I won't transfer.
Oh, did he finally let you have Sundays and Mondays off finally?
Well, it's looking like it because the other guy who had Sunday and Mondays off, they switched his off days. So hopefully that means they'll be switching mine, but won't find out till Saturday. And if they don't, hell's going to break loose because football season's a month away. But dude, we survived another storm last night. Freaking 90-mile-hour winds in our town, which the more and more I think about, we're getting spring weather at the end of summer with all the high winds and thunderstorms. We didn't get any of that. We had a cold ass spring, we got the winter weather in springtime, and now
Yeah.
we're kind of getting spring weather in summer. So are we going to get summer weather in fall? This is why I'm kind of more on the thought that global warming isn't bullshit. Dude, I'm just glad we didn't lose power this time.
For real.
Because, dude,
I would
I
have been
almost
pissed.
I almost placed a grocery order last night to have it delivered today. And I was like, thank God I didn't, because if we wouldn't have had power, I would have been fucked. Because it would have been like $200 worth of groceries. I'm about to go on this freaking Tom Brady diet, dude. I'm serious. I'm gonna start doing freaking avocado and cauliflower based stuff, See if I can live till I'm 1,000 like Brady.
Throwing dimes.
Yeah, I already do. Here, we can do a live gameplay of Madden right now. And I bet you all score 50. Fucking tired. Like I said, that storm last night, it did not let me sleep at all. Because like I said, I went to bed and then freaking national service, like those warning things you get, it
Yeah, I
went
fucking
off and
slept through it.
it woke me up and I was like, what the hell? What? There better be a tornado outside. And then it's like, oh no, it just goes off whenever there's a thunderstorm now.
Flash flooding.
Yeah, I'm like, God, I don't give a shit. I can swim. I'll swim to the top of the hard rock. I'll be safe there. There's no way the water will get that high. Imagine if it did, though.
Yeah.
Like, imagine
Yeah.
one day the river overflowed and this whole town would just be underwater. Everybody would be trying to get to the top of the hard rock.
I don't know. It would be doing the world a favor, to be honest.
It definitely clean up some of the shit on these fucking streets.
Yeah, true.
But going back to the thing I said about global warming, to make myself sound like more of a liberal, 15 $15 an hour minimum wage. I personally am for it, but I had a case at Arby's yesterday that made me against it. So
Oh,
go to Arby's after I get off work, and I'm like, hey, take a beef and cheddar with curly fries and a Sprite. And the guy's like, what was that again? And I'm like, I'll take a beef and cheddar, curly fries, and Sprite. He goes, you want a beef and cheddar? And I'm like, yeah, with curly fries and a Sprite. He goes, I'll have your total at the window. Give to the window. What'd you order again? And I'm like, a fucking beef and cheddar with fucking curly fries and fucking Sprite.
this might be a reach, but like that $15 an hour, I think you need basic high school education.
Yeah, this is what I was getting to. So he hands me the drink and he goes, you want any sauce with that? I'm like, yeah, Arby's sauce. Comes back 10 seconds later. Hey, you want any sauce? And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm like, see, this motherfucker does not deserve to make $15 an hour. But I think shit's too expensive now where people have to make $15 an hour in order to live comfortably, But Yeah, I'm starting to think people there needs to be qualified. I think it personally should be in the middle. I think it should be 1250.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm not like because like in Washington and I think California, it's $15 an hour too, their minimum wage, and a lot of those states are blue states.
Yeah,
Here, states with $15 minimum wage, but these are also states where the cost of living there is outrageous. Oh, there's only three states, which is fewer than I thought.
was it New
Washington,
York and
Washington, California, and Massachusetts.
wait, really?
Yeah,
That I would never guess that, to be honest.
yeah. So, and actually, it's not even 15 on the dot. In Washington, it's 1574. Oregon, 1250. California, 1550. Nevada, 1050. Colorado, it's 1365. And then like a lot of these northern states, which I can't ever tell what's what, they're over $10. But then you have like the South, like Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Louisiana, they're all 725. Arkansas is 11.
The fuck?
I guess that
What are those cousin fuckers doing over there?
I wonder how much of that has to do with Walmart since Walmart's starting pay is 11. I wonder if
Oh,
they're
true.
yeah, since their headquarters is there, but yeah, pretty much all in the South it's 725 except for Florida it's 11.
Yeah, it's probably because those fucking retired fucks down there.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. What state is Oh, that's Massachusetts. If people are gonna be that fucking stupid, no. Because I was too pissed to eat because I'm like, I just had to deal with the dumbest fucking dude I've met that day. Because I meet stupid people every day. But I was like, I had to calm down before I could eat.
You know what? I have a rant about that too with
Yeah,
fast food services.
yeah,
I've been seeing like people are talking like, hey, these fast food services should deserve a tip. No. The people that work at restaurants, they deserve it because they fucking work their asses off for the restaurant to see and for themselves to earn it.
mm,
Not these fucking fast food guys. They fucking just all they have to do is take the order, put it in the grill like 5 minutes and fucking gives it fucking door, get to you, and all that should be wrong.
yeah,
It's like, no, I'm not giving you a fucking tip for my shit to get be wrong.
dude.
Or I get to go fucking restaurant here in Catoosa or Tulsa. I know for a fact that like 9 times out of 10 to get my shit right. If it's wrong, they'll compensate me that.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I get like if I go to a restaurant and sit down, you know how often I get like free shit, and I'm not even like complaining or anything. They're just like, "Oh, you've been cool," or "Hey, sorry, we don't have this, so here's this." Like that
Yeah,
sushi restaurant I was talking about earlier, they gave me a free roll just because somebody didn't want it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I mean, the roll didn't look that good, but I'll take free stuff every day.
yeah.
It was like
Like
this gold.
there's a
Go ahead.
difference. It's the service. That's the thing. Those
Yeah.
those people working in those restaurants are giving good service. They should be compensated for that. Like usually I try to get like between $5 to $10,
Mhm.
depending on the service I get.
So here's how I tip, and people can say I'm an asshole, but I do it based off time, like
Yeah,
how long I'm there. Like, so in my mind, I do $10 an hour basically. So if I'm there 30 minutes, tip $5. If I'm there 45 minutes, 750, if I'm there an hour, 10, and then it adds on based on time I'm there. Because I'm like, okay, they're basically working for me, they're taking the order for me, they're making sure my drink's full, all that stuff. So I can pay them a wage, and like whenever I go to a restaurant, that's how I do it. I just basically have a clock in my head, and then that's what I factor the tip off of. And if they're really cool, then I throw in like $5 extra.
yeah,
I don't know if anyone else is like that. I mean, I'm not like a fucking stickler where it's like, oh, he forgot a fucking straw. Like there's some people
no,
that it's like, oh, no tip, he forgot my straw, or Oh, the food. Well, it's like the food isn't the waiter's fault, it's the fucking chef, Don't bitch at him because
Yeah, the
you're
food might
fucking
be bad, but that waiter's like doing like the above and beyond, trying to make your service like acceptable. Well, yeah,
yeah.
I'm tipping her still.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever not left a tip. And hell, like I've never been a waiter, whole adult life worked at fucking Walmart.
Yep.
Um, but I couldn't even imagine like doing DoorDash. I've done DoorDash and like the assholes that like say you drive like 10 miles to this dude's house and then it's like, oh, no tip. It's like, dude, I just wasted a bunch of fucking gas so your fat ass can eat. Like when I see those DoorDash people freak out whenever they see they don't get a tip. Part of me is like kind of justified, especially if you do it late at night, like I usually do, because I don't
Yeah.
do it like I do it late at night because it's usually no one else is dashing and I'm not working. If I'm doing it
Yeah.
late at night where I'm potentially getting butt raped, you better at least leave me $1, motherfucker.
Honestly,
Yeah. Otherwise, I kind of and actually, there's a house I've delivered to in this neighborhood. It's not that far from me. It's like two or three streets over. I've delivered to them like five different times and they've never left a tip. And part of me really, well, for legal purposes, I will not do this, but part of me wishes I could give them a flat tire. They drive this big fucking lifted truck. And I'm like,
oh god,
uh,
I know what you're talking about now.
yeah, down the street from where John
That
used to
dude
live.
is a douche.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I mean, if they accidentally ran over a pocket knife, I would not be I would not shed any tears.
You know what you always say about people with big trucks? They're compensated for something.
Yeah. By the way, I bought a new truck.
Oh,
Just kidding. That's what I did a few weeks ago when I was doing the show by myself. I was looking at those trucks on the show.
yeah. That truck you was looking at was it looked very nice.
I know I want it so bad. This week with all the overtime on my check, I put it all into savings, the extra money that I earned.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I'll get the interest off that on the first, and I'm gonna I mean tax time, depending on how much I get back on taxes this year. I mean, that's the time to really look. Well, the best time actually to buy a car is November and December because they have the next year's models coming in, so they're trying to get rid of the crap they have.
Yeah, try and clean a house.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll have enough money by then, but if I do, like if I can find a car, like a good one that has like less miles than my car, plus I'll get trade-in value on mine, which is the trade-in value on my car is like $3,000. Um, plus a solid down payment, you know. If I can get one for like under 1,500 with less than 100,000 miles, oh, I'd get that in a heartbeat. But the deal breaker for me is it has to have a navigation screen and it has to have Apple CarPlay. That's a deal breaker. I mean, I know that sounds petty, but man, like, because this next vehicle I get is gonna probably be like my family vehicle. Like if I have kids in the future,
Yeah.
it's a which possibility, pregnancy scares. I've already had two in my life. Third time's the charm, where it's actually, oh, she's pregnant.
Yeah, you do be fucking, man.
Not lately, but yeah, like I said, I've had two scares, third time's the charm. So I have a feeling this next vehicle is going to be like my family vehicle. Not saying my car now, like, I've had my friends' kids in my car and we've been able to put their car seats in there, but it's just something about like having a bigger vehicle that you feel more secure in. Like if you got in a wreck in your car, you'd probably feel like secure.
Oh
Like
yeah, I'd
if
probably still be
you're
able to drive it.
yeah, like if your car hit my car,
Your car's
who's walking
fucked.
away from who's walking away from that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old shit box will still run.
Yeah. Speaking of my car, I might be taking it to Dallas next week. And
Oh yeah?
if I do, we may not have an episode next week now that I think about it. But the Cowboys have a live practice. at the Star in Frisco, and it's free to go to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really thinking about going it, but I'm also like, I mean, free to go to the practice, but I mean, it probably cost me like $200 in gas to get down there.
All
Plus, my
right.
car really needs an oil change.
How's your car due for oil change?
Yeah, it's like 2,000 miles overdue for an oil change.
Oh shit.
But it's not like the exhaust on it isn't bad, you know, that's like a number one side you need an oil change. And I checked the oil in it a few weeks ago and it still was at a really good level, you know. So I mean my car runs really good. I've had it forever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I used to have my heart set on like an F-150. Now like any truck except a Dodge. I'll never have another Dodge for as long as I live.
Yeah, those Dodgers are kind of sketchy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, hell, like I said, I've told the story on here before about the camo truck and the freaking brakes going out on it.
You know, give Chevy trucks for the fucking baddies.
I say this might be. I was just showing this guy I've been training on the work van. I was showing him our podcast actually. He goes, "Oh, how long do each episodes go?" And I'm like, "Oh, let's look." And it's like hour, and then it's like 44 minutes, and it's like, "Oh, that was one I did by myself." And he's like, "Why'd you do that one by yourself?" I'm like, my friend ate an edible before the show and was fucking laughing at his lights." But like, and then I'm like, well, our very first episode was 35 minutes, and that one was a complete disaster.
Yeah, that's how we got this title though.
Yeah. But like, yeah, first episode 35, hour 30, 58, hour 12, 58, 51, hour and 6, 44. That's one I did by myself. Hour 12, hour 13, hour 20, hour and 9, 59 minutes, hour and 16, hour and 39, um, 44 minutes, did that one by myself. And then last week we did an hour and 22 minutes. So all of our podcasts have good links. So if this one's on the shorter side, suck it. Just kidding. I appreciate everyone that listens to us bullshit for an hour. Hey, there's our timer on Zoom actually saying we're running out of time on our call. But appreciate all the love we've been getting on Spotify. Appreciate all the new YouTube subscribers we've been getting. We will debut on Apple Podcasts eventually. I just got to link up the RSS feed and get all that shit figured out, which I might fuck up. Who knows? Because RSS feeds are confusing as fuck to me. Thank you, everyone that's listened. Drew, you got anything to say, man?
Thanks. Take you off for Spotify listeners and YouTube listeners. Been really good with the podcast here recently. And appreciate all you guys' help with spreading the word.
Thank you, everybody. Um, might have an episode next week. Heck, I do have Zoom on my phone, so maybe Drew can record and then we can do a podcast while I'm driving or something to Dallas. I mean, the practice doesn't start until 6. So, I mean, I could leave on Tuesday, you know, but I also want to like spend time in Dallas, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I had like that week off, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're on iHeartRadio too, to the one guy that listens to us on there.
Yeah,
So shout
appreciate the one guy on iHeart.
if you ever see us in real life, we'll buy you a beer, man. Actually, we will buy you a high noon. These are better than beer.
We'll get you a
Uh,
hang with jerky off.
yeah. Shout out to Zach introducing me to high noons. I will never drink anything else. Have a good night, everybody. Love you. Peace, love, and hand jobs. See you next time.